Hi guys, Kat Krogan, how are you going? It is Thursday morning, nice and early, and I've just popped in for a little bit of a technique correction type thing today. So one of the things that we do when we have especially knee type issues is we look at trying to get people stronger around that area. Now there's different types of exercises, and some of you will know these terminologies, some of you won't, but there's things called open chain and closed chain exercises. We have been through this with some of our other videos, but I thought I'd just run through them again. So with a closed chain exercise, it means that your foot is on something. So that, for example, a bike, your foot's on the pedal. A leg press, your feet are on the leg press. Okay, and the thing I'm going to demonstrate today is a wall sit. It's a closed chain exercise and something that you can do quite early on in rehab. The second type of exercise that we look at around this is an open chain exercise. Complete opposite, kicking a ball, running, your foot's out in space. So it's not fixed to anything. It's got to have a lot more control to really get that stability around the knee. However, let's get back to what we're talking about, wall sits, closed chain exercise. So why do we use this? We use this because it's a really safe exercise. It's something that can be really changeable. So if someone is just starting off, it's really easy to modify it, but it can make it really hard. We can do endurance type stuff in it, and we can do some movement type stuff in it. It is one of our go-tos. However, does it matter about technique, or do you just have to get through it? Yes, it does. And the reason we physios get a little bit anal, hi guys, how you going, it's Kat. The reason some of us get really anal about technique on this is the fact that you can actually do further damage if you do this wrong, or you can irritate stuff that's not already irritated. So it is really important that when you're doing this, you know, if you have pain, you know your diagnosis, because there's some things that this isn't great for. And secondly, if you're doing it and you are getting pain, you need to check your technique, okay? So wall sits and sits, things that happen all the time in a gym, and we see these being done wrong all the time. And you know, people sit there going, oh, I can hold a wall sit for 5-10 minutes. I challenge that if they're doing this technique right. So let's hop to it. Grab a wall if you're with me and give this a go. So this is our go-to wall when we're doing wall sits. So obviously you're on the wall and you're going to be sliding down, okay? Now, if I come down and my feet aren't in the right position, this part of my leg isn't perpendicular or 90 degrees to the floor. This has to be 90 degrees to the floor, okay? And you don't want to be past 90. This is too low. This is going to load. So realistically, you just want to be about 85 degrees. If you get to 90, that is as far as you should go. Don't go any deeper. If you need to be harder, put some weight on here, okay? Coming back up. So if you're starting off on this, it's very new to you, you can just even go through to here. You don't have to go any deeper. However, if I have my feet back here, I'm just going to move this a second, just so you can really see. Let me just check that there for you. Sorry, I hope you're not getting motion sick over this. My cameraman's off sick, just joking, I don't have one. Okay, so if you're here, see my feet? So if I come down now, my legs are back there, this is really going to load all these structures through my patellar tendon, in my fat pads, and underneath my patella. No good. So when you want your feet out, coming down, and you want to be nice and perpendicular or straight down to the floor. Can you see how that's really good there? Okay. That won't load my patellar tendon. It's not going to irritate my fat pads, and it's not going to, especially as you get a little bit older, underneath your patella you can get a little bit, the tissue under there can get a little bit grotty, a little bit worn out. If you do a lot of compression on it, it can irritate it. So if you have trouble kneeling, things like that, you've got to make sure your feet are far enough away from the wall. All right? Hope that's helpful. So tips, closed chain exercises are good to start off with. Make sure you know your diagnosis so before you jump in on these. I recommend that you start off slowly and start on holds. So if you wanted to chuck some of these in, start with some 10-second holds, maybe do 10 or so, and then you can build that up. Have a great Thursday. Give them a crack. Great way to wake up, and I'll see you soon. Bye.